Hey, this is Vik JC, and in this video I'm going to be talking to you about the 6 biggest mistakes that people make on Amazon FBA. Now, if you're new to Amazon, or you've just started out, or you've started Amazon and you've made tons of mistakes, you'll probably find that some of this will relate to you, or this will be brand new information that you really need to identify with and understand properly. Now, these are the same mistakes that I see over and over again with new Amazon sellers, and I wanted to make sure that you don't make these mistakes. And these mistakes could cost you a lot of money and a lot of time, and could put you off selling on Amazon FBA altogether. And I want to make sure that that doesn't happen because I'm so passionate about selling on Amazon FBA. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is product research. And I think this is the absolute most important part of the Amazon FBA process. If you get product research wrong, you are highly likely to make massive, costly mistakes further down the line. You're going to wonder, why is my product not selling on Amazon FBA? So the goal of product research is to make sure that you find a profitable product to sell on Amazon FBA. Now imagine if you found a product, you thought it was profitable, you didn't do your product research properly, you sent it into Amazon's warehouse, you've done all of the work of getting a supplier and getting in touch with the freight forwarder, sending it and shipping it into Amazon, creating a great listing, and then the product doesn't sell. The reason why this doesn't sell is because the product research wasn't done properly, and the steps that you probably needed to follow and the rules that you probably needed to follow were not taken. So make sure that you do your product research correctly. And to help you out as well, I just made a video yesterday, so you can check that video out. I'll link it in the description below for you. It's a product research video on Amazon FBA. It's a nice long video so you can properly check it out and really understand how to do product research correctly. I've also got a ton of competitions in that video as well, where you can win the software product that you need for starting product research, a coaching call with me, and a chance to win the Amazon FBA Stars full course with my mentorship included. So that should give you the information that you need over there. So number two is that you keep your selling price too low. You've sourced a product there where the selling price is really low. You're selling it at $5, you're selling it at $3, you're selling it at even $8 or $9. I try not to go anything lower than a $30 selling mark. The absolute lowest that I would ever suggest with anyone is $20. And the reason I say this is, if you had a $9 or $8 product that let's take an $8 example. You're selling a product for $8 and your profits are $1 a unit. Now let's say your competitors start to drop their price and they go straight down to $5 or $4. That means you would have to drop your price to around the $5 to $4 mark and actually start losing money on your product. So you were selling at $8 and you were getting a $1 to $2 profit. Now you'd have to drop your price to, let's say, $6, and that's wiped all of your profit out clean. Now you have stock in the warehouse and you're actually losing money, and all of the work that you put in has been non-beneficial to you at all. Now this goes back to doing your product research correctly, and this is number 2, which is making sure that you have a selling price that is around the $20, ideally the $30 mark. Now number 3 is that the margin in terms of a percentage is too low. Now I have seen people selling their products with a 10% and a 20% profit margin, but I know exactly what will happen to those people as soon as prices start to change, such as a slight change in shipping or a slight change in import tax. Their profits will be wiped clean, and they will not be able to take that small change that generally tends to happen in the market. Now let's take, for example, that we are making a 20% profit margin, which means we're making $2 for every product that we sell. So we got a $10 profit and we're making 20% profit margin. So that means we make $2 for every unit that we sell in profit. Now that $2 is great. However, let's say, for example, that the shipping increases by 50 cents, and let's say that the import tax increases by another 50 cents as well. That means that your profit margin goes straight down to 10%, and you're only making $1 per unit. Now imagine you're selling a product that's at the $30 mark and you have a 30% profit margin. That equals $9 per unit. Now that $1 or $2 hit won't be massively impactful to you, which means that you will be able to take any hit or any changes that happen within the market. So let's say shipping prices changes, let's say that the price of the product that you're buying from your supply changes a tiny amount, you're able to take all these little hits that happen. So that's why it's so important that you look out for your profit margin in terms of a percentage. Now, number 4 is not contacting enough suppliers. Now, I have some students who come to me and say, I'm not getting the actual price that I want to buy the product to sell on Amazon. And every time that I get a quote from a supplier, it's a really high price and I'm not able to actually negotiate. I don't know what to do. How do I get this product, or should I just move on? Well, the advice that I give to all of my students who come back with this is to make sure that they've contacted enough suppliers. If not, they should be contacting every single supplier. When you get in contact with suppliers, you will find that you will have a lot of information in front of you. So you will have various prices from various suppliers. And what you can do is get the suppliers who have the best prices and just work with them. You could even get the suppliers with the best prices, show that price to the other suppliers who you might even want to work with as well, and see what happens. And more often than not, they will come back to you and say, okay, we're able to do that price, or they're able to beat that price. So make sure you get in contact with tons and tons of suppliers. You need to make sure you put in the work so you can get the price that you want, so you can be profitable on Amazon. Now, number 5 is not getting an inspection done on your products once they have been made. Now, I have heard of a lot of stories where people have not inspected their products properly, or not used a good inspection company for that matter. And when the products arrive in stock and then they go out to customers come back and complain, and then the reviews that they leave are really, really poor. Now, the reason why this happens is because the inspection company either hasn't done their job, or you haven't hired an inspection company to go and check out your products for quality, to make sure it's up to the standard that you want it to be. Now, I partner with a specific and awesome inspection company, but I only give that out to my students. So if you want that information, check out the course that I have. I've also got a link in the description for you there. But regardless, whether you use that or not, make sure you use a good, reputable inspection company, and that they are giving you full and accurate data when they are actually inspecting those products. And the 6th biggest mistake on Amazon FBA is not having an optimized listing. Now, when you don't have an optimized listing, it means that when people see your listing, it's highly unlikely that they are not going to convert into sales. They probably won't even click into your product listing page and won't buy your product, which means Amazon will start to rank your product lower and lower. So I see a lot of listings out there that are not optimized at all. So they don't have high definition, high quality images with lifestyle images included in them. They don't have the correct and right titles that are targeting customers and making them want to click on that product and look into that product further. And the description within the listing either has too much words, or has too little words, or is not accurate that describes the product. It doesn't give the benefit to the customer or show that the product that they're looking at doesn't solve the problem that they have. It's really important that you understand the 6 biggest mistakes that happen on Amazon FBA. Now, remember, I've got a product research video that I just released yesterday with a ton of competitions involved in that as well. So make sure you check that out. I'll put a link in the description, and I'll put it around this video somewhere so you can go straight there and check that out. It's going to be a phenomenal video. It has tons and tons of information on it, and I'm also going to have some follow-up videos from that as well. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and I will see you in the next video.